This video rant is for entertainment purposes only. This raw brand of humor is not intended to promote bullying, harassment, or hate speech. This content is not suitable for minors. Only for adults with a sense of humor. Proceed with caution.
Okay, before we get started, folks, you notice that title up there? Third grade toilet humor. If you're squeamish and can't handle some toilet humor, if you get squeamish about people talking about poop, if you have no sense of humor, then get the fuck out of here. I'm sure we can agree on this, folks, that when you go out in public and you end up having to use a fucking public bathroom, that is so fucking nasty. And what makes it really worse is when they don't have those little paper cowboy hats, or the seat covers as they call them. I call them cowboy hats. But they're fucking ridiculous. I went to a bathroom one time, public bathroom, and it had one of those automated flushers, right? So I pulled the little cowboy hat out, break the center out, set it down, turn around, right before I sit down, it triggers, whoosh, pulls the cowboy hat and it's gone. I'm like, son of a bitch. I flushed like 4 of them fucking cowboy hats before I finally beat the motherfucker to the punch. Then if they don't have those, there you are, with that big giant roll of toilet paper, trying to pull a strand out. Of course, it only comes out one square at a time. Tink, tink, pop, pop. If it could take you 10 minutes just to line that fucking toilet bowl up, line that some bitch up fucking toilet paper. You don't know who put their nasty ass on that motherfucker. And you damn sure want to put something around the front, if nowhere else along the front, because you don't want your dick to touch anywhere somebody else is dead. You finally did all your prep work, and there you are trying to take a shit, and guess what? Somebody comes in, and there's 4 stalls. Where do they got to sit? Right next to you. Suddenly, that room is the most quiet fucking space on the planet. You can hear every little creak and groan and moan, and here's this noisy motherfucker next to you. Really, dude? You're not at home, bitch. You are not at home. How many of you motherfuckers have been out in public and that happened to you? You have that noisy neighbor come in, and all of a sudden your asshole will just clench up, and you sit there and wait 10 or 15 minutes until they get the fuck up and leave so you can finish your business? Don't pretend you ain't done that before. Women are funny about it too, ain't they? They act like they don't have assholes. I had a buddy of mine tell me one time, man, I've been dating this bitch for a year and a half, and I don't think she's even shit one time. He was so fucking bought into the fact that she had no asshole, he would sneak down at the fucking gas station. I mean, this is after living with the bitch for 6 months. He'd always run down to the gas station and take a shit. He was real weird about it. Like whenever he'd go to fucking work and he had to shit, he'd wait till the last second. I mean, just right before he shit his pants and go in there, drop his fucking drawers and flush the fucking toilet and poop at the same time and try to get his shit done within the time it took that fucking water to swirl down. He just fucking try to shit with the flush cycle. The only way I know this is because he fucking told me. And that's a real touchy subject, especially when you first start dating somebody. And ladies, if you're single and you live by yourself and you've never needed a plunger, if you're going to have a guy come around, buy yourself a fucking plunger. You ain't doing it for him, you're doing it for your own sake. You might not have needed the plunger the whole time you live there, but I promise you, that man's going to go up in there and take a big giant shit. He's going to use more toilet paper than you. He's going to clog your fucking toilet bowl. And guys, if you've ever been there, that's pretty fucking embarrassing when she comes in and wakes you up. Guess who clogged my toilet up? Fuck you? I don't know. Woo! That's the downside to going to a woman's house and staying the night with her. Because you wake up in the morning, within an hour, you're going to have to take a dump. Guarantee, you don't went out, took her out to dinner and all that bullshit. Well, guess what? While you was sleeping, them turds were cooking. And guess what? Now you got to take a shit. Now there you are at her fucking house, got to take a shit, and if you don't clog the fucking toilet, you're bound to leave a streak on the bowl. One of the funniest stories I ever heard about that. There's this guy. He went to this girl's house, just like a one-night deal. He wasn't planning on seeing her again, but he didn't want to leave a bad impression. Well, he goes in there, takes a shit, leaves a big old streak on a fucking bowl, big old turd streak. So what's he do? He panics. He sees her laundry basket there, reaches in, grabs a sock, puts it on his hand, flushes the toilet, swirls around while it goes down and cleans the bowl up, turns it inside out, throws the sock back in there and bonks out. Speaking of fucking toilet paper, that's another thing. When you go out in public, they got that shitty-ass toilet paper, or sometimes they don't have any at all. Fuck that shit. Especially if you wait till the last second and you run up in there and take a dump. Boy, I promise you, I'll be losing a fucking t-shirt that day. I promise you that ain't no way I'm going to walk out with the slippery butt cheeks. No fucking way. Fuck that shit. Have you ever went in there and took a shit and wiped your ass? And you look and there's nothing on the goddamn toilet paper? and you wipe your ass 2 or 3 more times and still look just to make sure that you weren't mistaken? Like somehow you missed your asshole? You ever had that happen? Or on the flip side, you wipe your ass and no matter how many times you fold that motherfucker and go again, no matter how much toilet paper, you still got that asshole streak? I mean, what the fuck is that about? I mean, the worst time is like right at the end of your shower. You're done, all of a sudden it hits you like a ton of bricks. Oh, I got a shit. There you are, dripping wet like a fucking wet cat on the fucking toilet taking a shit. Man, you gotta start that whole fucking shower all over again. That'll make you feel nasty as a motherfucker. There you are, sopping wet, buck naked, taking a nasty ass shit. You right back up in the shower. You don't kill about 15 minutes more of your morning trying to get ready for work. And farts can be just as bad. You ever feel like you gotta take a shit real bad and you held it all the way home, like, oh, just begging your ass cheeks to stay together? Run up in there and just blow nothing but fucking air, just a fart. You can't trust your farts. I mean, who do you trust? Your friends or your farts, man? Sometimes your friends are a lot more reliable. You gotta be careful with a fart. Oh, shit. You know what I'm talking about. Don't pretend it's never happened to you. It's that awkward moment when you're at work and you slip off a silent fart and about 3 tablespoons of shit hit your underwear. Oh, shit. Shit like that'll have you walking off the job without saying a fucking word. How about them fucking blowjob bars? You know, you're laying on your back enjoying a nice, good, passionate blowjob, and suddenly that big old air bubble, oh, shit. And your whole body clenches up, ass cheeks pucker, fucking legs stiffen up like, oh, shit. You're trying not to fart because you know as you smell so much, even a hint of a fart, that's the last blowjob you're ever going to get. At least from her, anyways. What do? Are you okay? Am I hurting you? No, it's fine. You waiting for that motherfucker to slowly dissipate? Whoo, boy. I heard about a similar story, but it wasn't a guy. It wasn't a guy that farted. It was this chick. It was one of those fucking radio stories where you give your fucking your honeymoon worst nightmare. Here's this guy on his wedding night. Got his old lady all bowed up, doggy style, holding on to the front of her fucking thighs. He's getting all Guido with it and everything. Munching it from behind, you know, fucking just face all buried in it, nose right on her butthole, fucking tongue all in her twat and everything. Fucking just munching the shit out of it. And the bitch blows a fart. Fuck, there wasn't no fucking space between her butthole and his fucking nostrils, man. They got a fucking snoot full of methane gas. Fucking hit the fucking carpet. He down there gasping for fucking air. Woo! Now, it happens to ladies too. But I think during sex is probably the worst time to have fucking gas, man. To be able to fucking fart. Oh, that'll fucking kill the mood quicker than shit. I heard about this dude, he was hitting this bitch from behind with everything he had. Next thing you know, he felt it. Oh. And you know how you get that stream of farts? You know what I'm talking about, where you've held it in the car too long, you're walking in the grocery store, like just cutting like a fucking mile-long stream of farts before you get in the door. It was one of those. It was a stream of farts. It was like a fart bead chain. He knew it was coming. He's like, man, I didn't know what to do. So what's he do? He just starts spanking the fuck out of her ass, but instead of just a random pop here or there, he just starts spanking her real quick, like, you know, and while he's popping that ass, he's farting. I was like, did she smell it? He goes, she didn't say anything. Woo, boy. I guess that's one way to get out of it. Well, that's enough toilet humor from me, folks. But hey, if this video has fucked you off in any way, just remember this video the next time you blow ass.